Law enacted in California this year was designed to stop the practice of homeless dumping by hospitals. But there are still not enough places that can take in discharged homeless patients. 10 News reporter Matt Boone went to one facility in Escondido that's trying to fill that gap, but they say much more space is needed.
Yeah, this facility is run by Interfaith Community Services. It gives the residents here food, medical care, and obviously a roof over their head, as opposed to having been discharged onto the streets, where their recovery is much more uncertain.
And I'm just grateful that I have more opportunity to stay and convalesce.
Grateful just begins to describe the residents of Interfaith's recuperative care center.
I don't know how I would have made it this far.
Because in order to get here,
this is basically my chemotherapy pump.
You have to have hit a very low point.
I ended up homeless over the holidays.
Doug Yorba says after losing his job, he was then diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, I freaked out because both of my parents died of cancer.
Newly homeless, he worried his fate could be worse, dying on the streets.
I literally had no place to go.
But after his cancer diagnosis, a social worker told him about Interfaith.
So we provide a mix of both medical, social services, and ultimately housing services to help people overcome homelessness.
Greg Angel is the CEO. He says they're the only facility of their kind in the county, and with only 32 beds, they can't serve the demand.
We project that there's at least a need for another 50 to 100 beds, and probably more than that.
They're funded by local hospitals, including the VA, which sponsors half of their beds.
2014, they told me wouldn't be here in 2015.
Steve Henderson is a Marine Corps vet who's had 2 heart attacks.
They put a pacemaker in.
Struggling with homelessness himself, he's also acutely aware that his story could have gone very differently if he hadn't gotten help in time. But it has given him a new outlook on the time he has left.
So every day, as far as I'm concerned, where my eyes are allowed to open, I've been blessed.
And here at Interfaith Community Services, they say they are planning to try and expand. They're just working on trying to secure the funding, which they say could be more expensive than it was the last time when they opened this facility. Reporting in Escondido, Matt Boone, 10 News.